Good morning, Scorpio. How are you doing? It is October 23rd, and the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars are all positioned in this sign, creating a powerful concentration of Scorpio energy. This alignment will bring a strong emphasis on introspection, transformation, and emotional intensity for Scorpio natives. The Sun in Scorpio entered on the 22nd. The Sun's presence in your sign amplifies your core traits. You are likely to feel more focused, determined, and confident. This marks your birthday season, a time of renewal and personal power. The Moon is in Scorpio all day, with both the Sun and Moon in Scorpio. Your emotional world is particularly highlighted. Your intuition is heightened, but you may also feel more moody or secretive. This can be a day of deep emotional connection or an intense need for privacy. Mercury in Scorpio. The planet of communication and intellect in your sign directs your thoughts towards deep investigative matters. Your words can carry a lot of weight, and you're more focused on what lies beneath the surface than on superficial conversation. Mars is also in Scorpio, the ruling planet of Scorpio. Mars can bring an extra dose of intensity, passion, and determination. Your motivation is high, and you're ready to put energy into projects you care deeply about. The collective Scorpio energy makes it an emotionally and mentally demanding time. The Times of India horoscope advises that while you may feel driven to accomplish a lot, prioritizing rest is crucial. Ignoring emotional fatigue could impact your relationships, career, and finances. This is not a time to push yourself to the breaking point. The heavy Scorpio energy means you may feel drained even without a heavy workload. The key is to pace yourself and handle only the most necessary tasks. Financially, this is a time for review and mindful spending rather than big decisions. This is an excellent time to check your budget for unnecessary items or unnecessary expenses. I apologize. In love and relationships, you may feel distant or quiet in your relationships due to emotional fatigue. This is a time to communicate your need for space rather than bottling it up. For singles, it's a great time to take a break from the dating scene to rest and reset. Clarity will come after a period of rest. In your health, the intense planetary activity can lead to a sense of physical heaviness, headaches, or low energy. Pay attention to your body's signals and opt for gentle movement like stretching over strenuous workouts. Your nervous system is asking for a pause. So you should allow yourself to rest, honor your limits, and take a slow, gentle approach. Rest is a need, not a reward. Postpone major decisions. And the way that the ACT card came out, Aries, so I'm taking this as, yes, you should definitely act on giving yourself a break. Act on taking rest. That is an actual action. Postpone major decisions. Avoid rushing into big choices, especially regarding finances. A gentle approach will serve you better. Communicate your needs. In relationships, be honest about feeling emotionally drained. Quality over quantity is key today. Stay in tune with your body. Make sure you pay attention to physical symptoms of stress and avoid overexertion. Focus on necessary tasks. On the career front, complete only what is essential and give yourself permission to postpone less urgent matters. And that's it for the planetary alignments today. Let's jump into the tarot. I've gave them a good shuffle. Obviously, the Act card came out on making sure to take rest. I'm pretty sure that says it all. It's a lot of taking your time. Don't overexert yourself. I myself am a Taurus Sun, Scorpio moon, Aquarius rising. So I am going to do my best not to do more than I need to today. Except for in this, because this is fun for me. What is Scorpio's current energy around money? What is Scorpio's current energy around money? You feel like you have it all. You feel like you're sitting on top of the world. You feel like you made it. You feel like you've completed something. You feel like you completed a challenge. Let me get a little bit more on this. Perspective. Oh, yes, you may need to gain a new perspective on your finances. Being called to shift your perspective on life now, when I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul, experiencing life as a human being. I have no fear. I can clearly see that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit, aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes. I am a conduit for miracles. All right. Let me get a little more clarification into this perspective that you need to change. What is this perspective that Scorpio needs to change? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is an active energy, but at the moment it's in reverse. Or is there something that you're feeling lethargic about? Maybe your perspective about being lazy when it comes to not doing, you're a hard worker, you put a lot of energy into it, and your perspective on taking the day slow and easy and not doing everything is torture. Your perspective of working with people, other people, is torture. It's horrible having to go to work and work with other people. Having to work with people that you see as lazy because you end up doing all the damn work. To cover it. Instead of seeing it as being lazy, change it to another opinion, reserving your energy for something that you would rather be doing. Take that energy and put it towards something else. There's a book that you haven't gotten to read. 9 of Cups. Yeah. Seeing it as an opportunity to rest, relax, seeing it as the time to do something else that you would rather be doing, such as playing a game online, watching a show, getting caught up on some of your shows, reading a book that you haven't had the time to read, do things that you enjoy, or take the time to find something to do that you enjoy. Ace of Pentacles, new ideas, new thoughts, new job. Take a time to look for a new job online if you are tired of working with lazy people, tired of people working with people who don't carry their own weight. While you're sitting there on your break, taking your time, look for a new job. Go on some of the job sites and find more. Find one that does support, your ideas of work. All right, what limiting beliefs? Find one that'll pay you more money. Find your dream job. That act card. Yeah, Aries act. What beliefs or habits are blocking Scorpio's financial abundance? What limiting beliefs or habits are blocking Scorpio's abundance? What limiting beliefs or habits are blocking Scorpio's financial abundance? What limiting beliefs or habits are blocking Scorpio's financial abundance? Oh, that's way too many, but I am going to take this action card, Aries, because it keeps coming out. It is really just jumping. Are you staying at a job that you don't like? Are you staying somewhere? Are you living in a place that you don't like? Are you afraid to move? Begin, move into a new territory, cut to the chase, be a hero, feel the call to action and thoughtfully respond. Clear the air and clear the decks, be crisp and to the point, shoot from the hip, set healthy boundaries. Maybe that's what you need to do at work, is set healthy boundaries. Refuse to do the extra work that they are expecting you to do. Because these other people are not wanting to pull their weight. It's time for you to say, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to take my time. I am going to do what I want to do instead of what they want to do. They're always leaning on you because you're dependable. You haven't set your boundaries. So they expect a lot more from you. So where did this limiting belief come from? Where did this limiting habit come from of, not setting boundaries? And you were a child, housework servant, indentured servitude. You were expected, as a child, you were expected to care for somebody else. You were expected to pull all the weight, the emotional weight, the physical labor. Maybe you had a sick parent and you had to take care of them. Maybe your parents just said that you're smart, you'll figure it out, and left you to do it instead of helping you, instead of showing you the way that they should have. There was some sort of disaster that you had to deal with when you were younger, an explosion, emotional explosion, and it was your job to clean up after them. Your parents fought a lot, and you did the emotional cleanup. If you wanted a clean environment, maybe you had a hoarder, a parent who was a hoarder, and you had to clean up after them. You did your best just so that you could have a clean environment. You would clean up. Yeah, just more war. Allied defender, Hiroshima, Holocaust survivor, Allied invader. We're getting out of, there's a lot of grandparents at this point who are in those stages. They were at war. So maybe there's a vet in your life. Court advisor. Maybe somebody works in the government. Maybe one of these parents or grandparents that who cared for you was in a leader position and taught you that you had to do all of the work. Be strong. Don't complain. Maybe your parent was in the military and they have a military upbringing. They gave you a military upbringing, and you were expected to do the heavy lifting. Lazy is just not an option in the military. Defender. You were raised to defend others. Instead of putting them down and calling them lazy, you would defend them. You would defend their, they have a right to take their vacation. You defend their rights at work. You were raised to defend. They have a right to take their vacation, but they're constantly asking you to cover for them instead of somebody else. And that's not fair. It should be like an equal part. But you've been raised not to do, you've been raised to just carry on. Get the job done. It's got to be done. So you need to do it. Nobody else is going to do it, so you might as well do it. What action can Scorpio take to create more financial flow in life? What can Scorpio do to create more financial flow in their lives? Plant new seeds. See what grows. Like I said back here, while you're taking your break today, look at job applications online, fill out some new applications, go from there. Start setting healthy boundaries. Put your foot down on things that you will or will not do. And you don't have to yell and scream and fight. Just not doing it is sometimes enough. Do the bare minimum. That's what they do. They get away with it. They haven't been fired for it. You won't either. Do as little as expected. Let me get more clarification for this one. What actions can Scorpio take to create more financial flow in their life? And when I say more financial flow, it also has to do with the amount of effort and that you're putting into it. If you're putting in $20 worth of labor, but you're only getting paid $17, you're giving them more than, you know, don't give them more than $17 an hour. If you know you're not going to get a raise, don't put in any more effort. That is, you know, the universe will help you if you cut it off and say, well, this is all I'm going to give you. The universe will back you up. As long as you actually follow through with it. So let's, again, any more clarification for this Eight of Earth? Yep, Page of Wands. That is definitely taking action. Take action by doing inaction. Go ahead and start. Yeah, maybe it's time that you slack off. All right. How can Scorpio align their energy with wealth and prosperity? How can Scorpio align their energy with wealth and prosperity? Two of Fire. When you make a decision, stick with it. This is boundaries again. If you set a boundary, you'll need to back it up. So pick your battles wisely. Make sure you just keep going. And whenever they test it, you're going to have to back it up and just not do it. Whether it be passive aggressive or, you know, just aggressive. Tell them. Talk to them about it. Two of Cups. Find peace in the situation. I'm getting more self-love out of that card than a new love. Definitely self-love. Because whenever you set boundaries and stick to them, that is a healthy self-love. That is a very strong one. I mean, when you start setting boundaries and holding them firm, backing them up. Any more for this Two of Fire? Any more clarification? No? All right. All right. What opportunities or mind shifts will help attract lasting abundance? I'm not taking all those cards. I'm not taking all of those cards either. There were a ton of them. However, I will leave the Two of Air since it was seen. And there's the Two of Cups, the Two of Fire, the Two of Air. My goodness, all the twos, almost. Allow yourself to have new thoughts. Allow yourself to think about the boundaries that you want to set. Think about what will happen if you start setting boundaries. see the positivity in them. Allow your new feelings to rise, because there will be a lot of new feelings that come from that. So, whenever you start setting boundaries, there will be new feelings coming from them. Take those into consideration. There will be new feelings that you're experiencing. It's very scary to set a boundary, and when somebody has a boundary placed on them, there is a possibility they will hate it. There's a chance that you may have to be a bitch, or they may call you a bitch. I have been called a bitch a number of times since I learned how to set boundaries, and it's very, very scary. It's definitely a lot of self-love in setting boundaries. Any more clarification for this? Any more clarification for this? King of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe there's a Taurus that you're having to deal with. Maybe you're afraid of losing money if you set these boundaries. It is rough. Maybe you're worried you'll lose your job if you set your boundary. However, if you're stuck in a job that is toxic, those boundaries need to be set, and maybe being fired is a good thing. All right, let's get a good message for Scorpio. Let's get a message for Scorpio. That one's Field of Dreams. Let me get the book for that one. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take actions, and tend to the garden of your life, and experience the extraordinary. Alrighty. I'm hearing that if you set those boundaries, things will start happening. Good things. All right. If this helped anybody, like, subscribe, share the video, comment. Thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to spend time with you today, and have a good one. I hope to see you again.